military will never, the Nigerian armed military forces is one of the most professional forces in the West African region and across Africa. So we will never victimize any populace, any law-avoiding civilians. Rather than going to go and victimize them, we will rather apprehend those who are wanting for any criminal activities and take them to appropriate authorities for appropriate actions to be taken against them.
It is not domiciled within this complex. It is somewhere outside this complex. And for every division, there is a human rights desk. But if that community wouldn't use the instrumentalities of that are provided by the big army, you have the National Human Rights Commission. If the facts wrong by the army in circumstances like that, rather than going to the radio and whip up sentiments against the military.
Both kinetic and non-kinetic operations were conducted in the various theaters of operations with significant results recorded. The brief will therefore cover the operational activities of the armed forces of Nigeria and other security agencies conducted in addressing the various security challenges across the country between the period 22nd December 2022 to 12th January 2023, starting from the Northeast Zone. Troops of Operation Haram have sustained and continue to dominate their general area of operations. Operational activities were conducted in villages, forests, mountain areas, towns, and cities of Bama, Goza, Kwanduga, Mafa, Mongunu, Biu, Kukawa, Damboa, Ngala, Nganzai, and Megumeri local government areas, as well as Maiduguri metropolis of Borno State. Operations were also conducted in Unguru, Kasawari, and Gujba local government area of Yobe State, as well as Madagali and some local government area of Adamawa State in the northeast region of the country, geared towards denying Boko Haram and Islamic State of West African province and other criminal elements freedom of action and restore normalcy to the zone. Between 23rd and 30th December 2022, troops on fighting patrol ambushed Boko Haram and Islamic State of West African province terrorists at different locations within the theater of operation. During the encounter with the terrorists at Kawara village in Goza local government area of Borno State, following the firefight, troops neutralized 5 terrorists while their admin leader at Gufong, identified as Umate Usman, was captured with gunshot wound. Troops also had a meeting engagement with terrorists close to their deployment at Ungoshi in Goza local government area of Borno State. During the engagement, troops neutralized 5 terrorists while others fled. Troops recovered 1 AK-47 rifle, 20 rounds of 7.62mm NATO, 10 rounds of locally fabricated 7.62mm special, 10 refill ammunition, 2 hand grenades, among other items. Equally, troops made contact with terrorists along Gamborung, Longomani, and Ngala local government area of Borno State. During the encounter, troops neutralized 3 terrorists while others fled with gunshot wounds. Troops exploited the general area and recovered 2 AK-47 rifles, 1 FN rifle, 1 RPG tube and bomb, 94 rounds of 7.62mm belted NATO, 66 rounds of 7.62mm special, 30 rounds of 5.56mm ammunition, and 6 motorcycles. Also, following an encounter with terrorists at Bugel village in Kwanduga local government area of Borno State, troops neutralized 4 terrorists while others fled. Troops recovered 2 PKT machine guns, 2 FN rifles, 15 rounds of 7.62mm NATO, and a belted link containing 60 rounds of 7.62 by 51mm ammunition. Furthermore, troops also had meeting engagement with terrorists while on patrol to Ngazama village in Gujiba local government area of Yobe State and Hembula in Madagali local government area of Adamawa State. During the encounter, troops neutralized 7 terrorists while others fled in disarray. Troops exploited the general area and recovered 4 locally fabricated AK-47 rifles, 12 rounds of 7.62mm special, and other sundry items. Also, on 28 December 2022, troops acting on human intelligence conducted cordon and search operations at a suspected Boko Haram and Islamic State of West African Province petroleum oil lubricant storage point at Gambarun town in Ingala local government area of Borno State. During the operation, troops recovered 19 drums of automotive gas oil and 5 drums of premium motor spirit. Also, on 2nd January 2023, troops acting on credible information raided major oil village in Goza local government area of Borno State. During the operation, the abductors fled on sighting troops. Consequently, troops rescued 35 kidnapped civilians comprising of 7 adult male, 12 adult female, and 16 children. Cumulatively, within the last 3 weeks, troops in the northeast zone of the region recovered 21 AK-47 rifle, 4 FN rifle, 3 locally made pump-action guns, 3 locally made pistols, 3 PKT machine gun, 124 rounds of 7.62mm NATO, 139 rounds of 7.62mm special, 29 rounds of 5.62mm ammunition, 400 by 400mm bomb, 1 unexploded 81mm mortar bomb, 3 RPG tubes and bombs, 5 36 hand grenades, 5 10 guns, and 5 FN magazines. Other items recovered are 19 drums of automotive gas oil, 5 drums of premium motor spirit, 5 bags of assorted grains, 10 crates of soft drinks, 150 pieces of used clothes, 50 pieces of women's fabric, 500 children's wear, 30 pairs of women's footwears, textile materials, medical supplies, 21 motorcycles, 16 bicycles, 2 grinding machines, 1 tanker loaded with premium motor spirit, 30 Russell cattle, the sum of 939,580 naira, among other sundry items. Troops equally neutralized 25 terrorists, arrested 18 terrorists, as well as 21 terrorist logistics suppliers, while 2 foreign terrorist informants were also arrested, as well as 5 kidnappers. Troops also rescued 47 adopted civilians, while a total of 377 Boko Haram and Islamic State of West African Province terrorists and members of their families, comprising of 52 adult male, 126 adult female, 199 children, surrendered to troops at various locations within the theater of operations. All recovered items, apprehended criminals, rescued civilians were handed over to the appropriate authorities for further actions, while the captured terrorists and surrendered Boko Haram terrorists and Islamic State of West African Province terrorists and members of their families are being profiled for further action. Equally, the air component of Operation Hadenkari conducted a series of air interdiction operations at terrorist hideout, enclaves, and camps. Notably, on 22nd December 2022, an air interdiction operation was conducted at terrorist enclave at Shuwa, Arena, Waje, and Aminchi in Mantri local government area of Borno State. The battle damage assessment revealed that several terrorists were neutralized with their structures destroyed in the strike. In a related development, the air component of Operation Haram conducted interdiction operation at Muzuri in Southern Lake region in Gubachi location in Guzawa local government area of Borno State on 7 January 2022. The air interdiction operation was conducted based on credible intelligence that revealed that a good number of terrorists had relocated to the general area following recent floods in the Tumbus in the Lake region area, in the Lake Chad region area. Current infighting within the terrorist faction, as well as current infighting within the various terrorist factions. Consequently, the location was bombarded and feedback revealed that scores of the terrorists were neutralized with their structures destroyed. Similarly, operations was carried out at Gapkazri, located in Guzewa area, following credible information that the location was a Boko Haram hideout. Information revealed that some terrorists who survived the airstrike at Mantari on 20th December 2022 were receiving medical treatment in the location. Accordingly, the location was equally bombarded with confirmed information that several of the terrorists were neutralized in the strike while their facilities were destroyed. Now to the North Central Zone. Troops of Operation Safe Haven conducted operational activities in the villages of Rion, Jos North, Barkin Ladi, Panshin, Jos South, Mangu local government areas of Plateau State, aimed at destroying criminal hideouts. Notably, on 22nd December 2022, following a tip-off, troops in conjunction with the Department of State Services operative arrested a notorious gun runner along Kwangoka Zaria Road in Jos North local government area of Plateau State. Items recovered from the suspect included 1 fabricated AK-47 rifle, 1 fabricated pistol, 530 rounds of 7.62mm NATO concealed in a bag of grain, and the sum of 7,750 naira only. Also on 23rd December 2022, following a tip-off, troops in conjunction with the Department of State Service operative intercepted a vehicle and arrested 2 gun runners at Akwanga local government area of Nasarawa State. Equally, on 1st January 2022, troops responded to a distress call on the activities of criminal elements around Naraguta in Jos North local government area of Plateau State and arrested 4 suspects with locally fabricated pistols and weapons. Also on 31st December 2022, troops conducted a follow-up operations following the arrest of a terrorist on 29 December 2022 at Kawuri Forest in Buhari Area Council of the Federal Capital Territory, and recovered 3 burnt AK-47 rifle, 5 burnt AK-47 magazine, and some exploded rounds as a result of wood burning in the forest area. Equally, on 5th January 2023, troops acted on credible information and arrested a notorious kidnapper, Mr. Kabiru Ibrahim, who was on the wanted list of troops in Karal Market in Bukuru in Jos local government area of Plateau State, with a sum of 524,000 naira, 650 naira. It was confirmed that the suspect was responsible for a series of kidnapping in Plateau, Turu in Bauchi, and southern part of Kaduna State. Consequently, within the weeks in review, troops recovered 3 fabricated AK-47 rifle, 3 burnt AK-47 rifle, 5 burnt AK-47 magazine, 2 fabricated pistol, 1 Brownie pistol, 1,335 rounds of 7.62 NATO ammunition, and 38 Russell cartridges. Troops also neutralized 2 criminals, arrested 22 criminals, and rescued 8 kidnapped civilians. All recovered items, apprehended criminals, and rescued civilians have been handed to appropriate authorities for further action. Now to the northwest zone of the country. The land and air component of Operation Hadarin Daji in the northwest zone of the country have sustained offensive operations on terrorist enclaves, camps, and hideouts within the zone. Between 7th and 8th January 2023, troops conducted dawn attack at terrorist crossing points in Shuker and Gado Forest in Anka local government area of Zamfara State. In these operations, troops neutralized 10 terrorists, recovered 8 AK-47 rifles, 1 FN rifle, 1 PKT machine gun, 1 RPG bomb, 137 rounds of PKT ammunition, 48 rounds of 7.62mm NATO, 2 FM magazine, 13 mobile phones, 1 Toyota Corolla vehicle, 13 motorcycles, among other items. Equally, troops apprehended a terrorist collaborator in Madachi in Dam Dume local government area of Katsina State at a checkpoint with a sum of 1,590,000 naira only. The suspect revealed that it was sent by one Nasiru, a notorious terrorist on the wanted list of security agents, responsible for the killing of several locals in Birningwari local government area of Kaduna State. Also, troops made contact with terrorists at Donka village in Bukuyum local government area of Zamfara State. Following the firefight, troops neutralized one terrorist while others fled. Troops also rescued 11 kidnapped victims earlier abducted by the terrorists. Equally, troops in conjunction with the Nigerian police conducted operational activities in Magama area in Jibia local government area of Katsina State and made contacts with the terrorists. Following the encounter, 2 terrorists were neutralized, while 2 AK-47 rifles and 3 magazines loaded with 90 rounds of 7.62mm special and 2 mobile phones, among others, were recovered. In the same vein, troops raided identified terrorist hideouts behind Olam Farm along Kaduna Highway in Chukum local government area of Kaduna State. The criminals fled on sighting own troops. However, troops exploited the general area and recovered 1 pump-action rifle, 2 motorcycles, 4 mobile phones, and the sum of 110 naira. Furthermore, troops conducted operational activities around Tunga Rafi Tumba village in Birningwari local government area of Kaduna State on 3rd January 2023 and made contact with the terrorists on motorcycles. Following the firefight, troops neutralized 2 terrorists and recovered 2 AK-47 rifles, 51 rounds of 7.62mm special, 4 AK-47 magazine, 5 mobile phones, several motorcycles, and the sum of 206,000 naira only, among other items. Consequently, within the week in review, troops in the northwest zone of the area recovered 18 AK-47 rifles, 5 den guns, 1 PKT machine gun, 152 rounds of 7.62mm special, 137 rounds of PKT ammunition, 48 rounds of 7.62mm NATO, 1 RPG bomb, 2 FN magazine, 5 AK-47 magazine, 15 mobile phones, 55 motorcycles, 1 Toyota Corolla car, and the sum of 1,906,000 naira and 453 Russell cartridges. Troops equally neutralized 27 terrorists, arrested 19 terrorists, and rescued 68 civilians. All recovered items, apprehended suspects, and rescued civilians have been handed over to appropriate authorities for further action. Also, between 27 and 31st December 2022, the air component of Operation Haram conducted a series of air interdiction operations at terrorist hideouts in Kaduna and Zamfara State that inflicted casualties on the terrorists. Notably, on 31st December 2022, a well-planned and coordinated air interdiction operations was carried out at identified notorious and wanted terrorist kingpin Dan Keremi hideout along Kaura Namuda Road in Zurum local government area of Zamfara State. Following the airstrike, feedback revealed that several of his foot soldiers were eliminated, while Den Keremi himself escaped with serious injuries. Now to the South-South zone. Troops in Joint Task Force Operation Delta Safe in the South-South zone of the country have continued the war against oil theft and illegal refinery and other criminal activities in the Niger Delta region through aggressive and increased tempos in raid and clearance operations, as well as patrol, among other activities. Accordingly, the land, maritime, and air component of Operation Delta Safe conducted operational activities at the creeks, waterways, high sea towns, cities of Bayelsa, Delta, and River State to checkmate the activities of criminal elements and deny them freedom of action. Consequently, troops of Operation Delta Safe, in the conduct of Operation Octopus Grip and other operations, discovered and destroyed several illegal refinery sites, equipments, and petroleum products, as well as apprehended some suspected criminals. Cumulatively, within the week in focus, troops discovered and destroyed several illegal bunkering sites, 1,075 cooking ovens, 343 storage tanks, 154 dugout pits, and 28 wooden boats. Troops also recovered 2 barges, 7 tankers, 56 cars, 12 pumping machines, 1 outboard engine, 1 speedboat, 1 tugboat, 7 motorcycles, and 1 tricycle. Additionally, troops equally recovered 854,500 liters of crude oil, 1,055,000 liters of automotive gas oil, and 2,000 liters of dual-purpose kerosene, 1 AK-47 rifle, while 19 suspected economic saboteurs were also arrested. All recovered items, apprehended suspects, have been handed over to the appropriate authorities for further action. It is worthy to note that the sum of 810,957,475 naira only was denied oil theft within the period under review. Equally, the air component of Operation Delta Safe conducted air interdiction operations over Okomabio, identified as illegal refinery site, which was observed to be active with white and blue colored makeshift tents. Consequently, the location was targeted and bombarded with several illegal refinery sites and equipment destroyed, thereby deterring oil thefts from operating within the Niger Delta region of the country. Now to the Southeast zone. Troops and other security agents in the Southeast zone have sustained the offensive action against the activities of the outlawed indigenous people of Biafra and Eastern Security Network criminals in the Southeast zone of the country. In furtherance to this, troops conducted operational activities in villages, forests, towns, and cities of Abia, Anambra, Ebonyi, Enugu, and Imo State, respectively, geared towards restoring peace and normalcy to the region. Notably, on 25th December 2022, troops in conjunction with other security agents raided a suspected indigenous people of Biafra camp in Abowo and Abo Mbise local government area in Imo State. However, the criminals fled on sighting troops. Troops exploited the general area and recovered 1 locally made RPG tube, 3 locally made RPG bombs, 2 AK-47 rifles, 2 pump action guns, 30 rounds of 7.62mm special, 58 rounds of MK2 ammunition, 9 canisters, 2 AK-47 rifle magazine, 2 pump action cartridges, 1 locally made pistol, 1 den gun, 2 pairs of combat boots, 11 vests, 2 vehicles, and 7 mobile phones, among other items. Furthermore, on 31st December 2022, troops had an encounter with the indigenous people of Biafra and Eastern Security Network at their checkpoint along Owerri, Oru Road, in Mbayato local government area of Imo State. Following the encounter, troops neutralized 5 of the criminals and recovered 2 AK-47 rifles, 20 rounds of 7.62mm NATO, 3 dynamites, 4 AK-47 rifle magazines, 2 FM magazines, and 2 vehicles, among other items. Also on the same day, troops acted on credible information on the convergence of indigenous people of Biafra and Eastern Security Network criminals and raided a hotel along Okigwe Umahia in Okigwe local government area of Imo State and arrested 16 suspected criminals. Troops searched the general area and recovered 2 locally made pump-action guns, 2 locally made pistols, 1 Browning pistol, 2 MKT magazines, and other sundry items. Consequently, within the weeks in review, troops recovered 4 AK-47 rifles, 3 den guns, 2 pump-action guns, 2 double-barrel rifles, 2 locally made pistols, 1 RPG tube, 3 locally made RPG bombs and tubes, 6 AK-47 magazines, 3 FM magazines, 2 MKT-2 magazines, 55 rounds of MK2 ammunition, 20 rounds of 7.62mm NATO, 43 rounds of 7.62mm special, as well as other items which were recovered from the region. Troops also neutralized 7 indigenous people of Biafra and Eastern Security Network criminals and arrested 6. All recovered items and apprehended suspects were handed over to relevant authorities for further action. Generally, during the period under review, the southwest region of the country was adjoined to be relatively calm and peaceful. On the final note, I wish to once again convey the Military High Command commendation on troops' effort in the various theaters of operation across the nation. The media community is also acknowledged for their partnership and continued cooperation with the military and other security agents in our quest to restore peace and security to our dear country. Also, the entire populace is hereby appreciated for their support given to the armed forces of Nigeria and other security agents in the conduct of our various operations across the length and breadth of this nation, while we also urge them to continue to provide prompt and credible information on the activities of terrorists and other criminal elements in their respective areas.